Hey guys, it's Corey, and welcome back to another buying guide with 10 best ones. Today, we'll talk about which are the 5 best picks, how to choose the correct product, and what you should look at before buying. We've ranked these products based on their price, quality, durability, performance, and more. If you'd like to see their price and find out more information, you can check out the links in the description down below. To make it easier, we will include timestamps in the description as well. Let's get started.
The most important thing you have to know before buying a gaming monitor is the panel type. These days, generally, there are 2 types of panels out there: IPS panels that deliver a great viewing experience, colour reproduction and viewing angles, but these are more expensive compared to the other type. However, if you value quality, these are excellent. On the other hand, we have TN panels that deliver speed on a budget price point. These monitors also have lower latency and deliver great refresh rates, which are good, but sacrifice on the colour reproduction and the viewing angles department. Secondly, refresh rates. When it comes to gaming monitors, the refresh rate is one of the most important features, and it's also a thing that's a big talking point today. For those that don't know, the refresh rate of a monitor is the number of times the image on the screen refreshes. To put it simply, the higher the refresh rate, the smoother the image, which gives you an edge in gaming. The minimum on this is 60 Hz, which is good, but there are better ones, such as 75 Hz, 120 Hz, which is a huge difference from the baseline, and there's also 144 Hz and 240 Hz monitors, which are top of the line. And lastly, resolution. Resolution is a very important thing when it comes to monitors, but it would be more relative to the size of your monitor. Most monitors in this price range hover around 24-inch range, and the max is at 27-inch. So for those sizes on the monitor, I can say that even 1080p is pretty good, and if you strike a deal for a 1440p resolution monitor, then you've hit a goldmine, which should deliver plenty of sharpness. Buying a 144Hz monitor a few years ago would cost you a fortune, but fortunately these days with the advancements in technology, we see more and more of these models appear in the budget range. If you want that and G-Sync features, you should check out the Acer XF240H, which delivers great value for the money. Just by looking at it, the Acer XF240H doesn't leave a great first impression. Not in terms of quality, it is just so bland looking for a gaming monitor, which is pretty interesting. However, I would better prefer that a monitor have an unassuming and boring design than a lackluster performance, which we'll touch on later. It feels like it's made from quality parts though, and it has a black matte finish, that's good overall. The base is circular, which attaches to the stand, which delivers plenty of reliability. I should mention that the Acer XF240H has pretty thin bezels, making for a great multi-monitor setup, which is great in my opinion. I should also mention that the stand has a cable management system that allows you to create a clean and clutter-free setup. It also delivers great ergonomic adjustments, including height, tilt, pivot and swivel. Moving on, it has a DisplayPort 1.2, HDMI 1.4 with MHL, dual-link DVI-D ports along with a headphone jack for connectivity, which is great. Let's talk about the performance and image quality of this product. The Acer XF240H is equipped with a 24-inch twisted pneumatic panel that delivers a full HD resolution of 1080p. This results in great pixel density and the image appears pretty clear. The brightness maxes out at 350 nits and the contrast ratio is static at 1000:1. The colours aren't very vibrant, but they are pretty good overall. The biggest selling point of the Acer XF240H is that it has a 144Hz refresh rate via the DisplayPort, and it also supports the NVIDIA G-Sync feature for the tear-free gaming experience. Solid all round. If you're anything like me, you always search for the product that's the best for the money that it comes at, and in this category, that product is the BenQ Zowie XL2411P. I've always been impressed with the Zowie range of BenQ as it's delivered a breath of fresh air to the gaming peripheral industry, and this model right here is one of the most notable in that lineup. Taking a look at the BenQ Zowie XL2411P, I can say that it's definitely not a stylish device. It looks ugly and it's not aesthetically pleasing at all. However, this is not designed to be a pretty face. It's designed to deliver you a great gaming performance and quality at a budget price. It's pretty functional though. For example, it eliminates glare with its matte body. I should mention that its bezels are not thin and will not be a great idea for dual monitor setup. On the right hand side you'll spot the OSD controls that are pretty intuitive to control overall. On the panel itself, there's the anti-glare layer to reject any ambient light and deliver a grain-free image with saturation which is pretty pleasing overall. The base is pretty sturdy and it's great to use with its tray shape for storing pens or other accessories. It delivers plenty of adjustability as well, including height adjustment, swivel, back tilt and rotation to portrait mode. On the back there's a cooling vent as well, and it has the 100 by 100 Vita mount holes for aftermarket stands. In terms of connectivity, it has a DisplayPort, HDMI port and DVI port to complete the setup. The BenQ Zowie XL2411P is based around a 24-inch twist-in-the-matic panel with a full HD resolution, which delivers great pixel density and sharpness overall, and I should also mention that the peak brightness of this panel achieves 350 nits and a contrast ratio of 1000:1. The colour depth is a standard 8-bit and it's pretty good overall. The biggest feature of this monitor is that it delivers a great 144Hz native refresh rate, 1 millisecond response time and 4 milliseconds of input lag that's amazing for gaming. Like I said at the beginning of this list, a few years ago you had to invest a significant amount of money to buy a monitor with 144Hz refresh rate, but these days you can get them for pretty cheap. The cheapest one that delivered a great performance is the AOC C24G1, which is pretty surprising to see. It may not be packed with great features and such, but for gaming under $300, it's great overall. For a pretty cheap monitor, the AOC C24G1 features a great design overall with some gaming vibes that are not over the top and very tastefully placed. For example, the red line that's placed around the bottom bezel of the monitor and some other red accents on the back. You notice that it's a gaming monitor, but it's not going to be an eyesore. It also has some super thin bezels on top and sides and a thicker band in the bottom part. You'll also notice that the AOC C24G1 is a curved monitor with a slight 1500R curvature that delivers a nice immersive experience. The stand is great overall, and I was impressed that it had a cable management solution with its hole. I should also state that the stand is made of metal and it's quite adjustable since it delivers height, swivel and tilt adjustment. On top of that, you can also opt for an aftermarket stand with the 100 by 100 Visa mount holes in the back. For connectivity, the AOC C24G1 offers two HDMI 1.4 ports, DisplayPort 1.2, VGA and a 3.5mm aux port for headphones or speakers, and 1 millisecond MPRT that makes every gameplay super smooth. Input lag is just 4 milliseconds and the VA panel delivers a superb gaming performance. Coming to the runner-up on this list, we have an excellent monitor that's pretty much as good as the first pick, the ViewSonic Elite XG240R. This monitor is a superb solid choice if you want fast and smooth performance in your gaming sessions. While it might not be a very vibrant monitor, if you want fast-paced gaming, this is it. To be honest, the ViewSonic Elite XG240R is a pretty bland-looking monitor. Nothing exceptional overall, and some gamers dub it a stealthy design. It doesn't have any gaming-focused details or red lines, just a simple matte black monitor that gets the job done. It looks like a generic office monitor, but it packs a lot of performance under the hood, like those sleepers cars. The bezels are relatively thin, but you still get some borders that measure 0.67 inches. The screen surface has an anti-glare coating that rejects any ambient light that might distract you and eliminates issues such as grain that is pretty annoying. The OSD is controlled with pressable buttons that are quite good overall and very intuitive to use, which is excellent overall. The stand of this thing is quite stable and delivers plenty of adjustments so you can get the best setup for your needs. It delivers height, swivel, back and forth tilt and portrait mode adjustments. For connectivity, it has two HDMI 1.4 ports, a DisplayPort 1.2, three USB 3.0 ports and a 3.5mm port for audio. The accuracy is not pleasant, but then again it's designed for gaming. It has a refresh rate of 144Hz, which is rather smooth, and with the AMD FreeSync feature, you'll enjoy this quite a lot. As far as under $300 gaming monitors go, the ViewSonic XG240 is the best because it delivers all the qualities that more expensive monitors deliver without raising the price. Great response times, nice resolution, FreeSync, adjustable stand and so much more in one package under $300. The ViewSonic XG240 has a pretty plain design just by looking at its cabinet with its black matte casing. However, there are some flashy details on the base and stand to deliver those gaming vibes that many gamers are large fans of. It's pretty simple and utilitarian overall though, and what it lacks in aesthetical value it makes up for in practicality and usefulness. For example, it has a hook on the back that acts as a headphone dock. On the back it also has a circular red ring that acts as a cable management feature, which I consider one of the best qualities in monitors that have it. It also has plenty of adjustment through its amazing stand, as it delivers forward and backward tilt, height adjustability and swivel up to portrait mode if you need it for multi-monitor setups. On the back you'll also spot the 100x100 VESA mounting holes that allow you to connect it to aftermarket options. In terms of connectivity, it has 2 HDMI ports, a DisplayPort, 3 USB ports and a headphone jack. It also has gaming-centric modes such as FPS 1 and FPS 2 modes that deliver better performance for shooter games. Definitely the best overall. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.